now we're joined by co-host of the show this week and Mayor of Invermere, Gerry Taft. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Now, are you excited? This is your time in the limelight here on Go Kootenays. You must be excited.
Of course, very excited.
All right. Well, first of all, just wanted to. It's been a while since we've touched base with you. Just what are some of the things going on in the city?
So one of the big things that's happening right now in Invermere is we're looking at potentially building a new community centre. So we're going to our public right now and asking whether or not there's support through a referendum to borrow money and build a new community centre. And if successful, this will be something that serves the entire Columbia Valley. So not just Invermere, but the entire Columbia Valley. So we're very excited about this project.
Is that something that you've kind of had in the works for a while, or is it just kind of something that's just recently been brought to the fore?
Well, the community has been talking about a new facility since the mid-90s, if not earlier. And what's really pushed this forward and gained some momentum now is our existing facility has some real serious structural deficiencies. So we're in a situation where we either have to put a significant amount of money into the old existing facility right away, or we explore building something new. And so this is sort of taken us to the next level. Instead of just talking about something as has been done for the last 15 to 20 years, we're now trying to take some action and actually plan for something and get it built.
And when do you expect, when can residents expect to see the first shovel go in the ground?
If everything's successful, we'll be working on more consultation and design in 2014 with hopeful construction in either late fall 2014 or spring of 2015.
Now, you've been mayor here in Invermere for 5 years. You've been on council since you were 20 years old.
Yes, yeah, it's definitely started young, and it's strange to be 31 years old and have 11 years of experience on local government. So it's gone by quickly.
And so, what have you seen in your 5 years? Obviously, a lot of changes in 5 years. What are some of the things you've noticed in the city that have kind of changed since you started?
Well, we've definitely seen, since I've been on council in 2002 until now, we've seen a real cycle in the economy and in the real estate market and in development. So we saw a real boom time from sort of 2004 to 2008, and then of course we've seen a real decline 2009 kind of till present. So it's been interesting to see the different flows of the market and how that can influence decisions that you have to make on a local government and around development and around infrastructure and taxation, and also what it means for the community.
Running your own business, that must give you a pretty good perspective on as the mayor, like what needs to happen for small business to succeed, a perspective that other people might not have.
Yeah, it's very, it definitely keeps you grounded and keeps you really aware of the realities on a day-to-day basis and what taxation and different things really mean. But it's also interesting to have a bigger perspective looking at the whole community. And so it's you kind of have to balance the wants or desires of small businesses and different sectors within the community, but also look at the bigger picture and what makes sense for everyone. So it is really interesting to kind of be in both worlds at the same time and see the different perspectives and then try to make the best decisions looking at the whole picture.
And so now we're behind the counter here at Gerry's Gelati. Now, how long have you been in business here in Invermere, Gerry?
So we opened in 2004, so it's been 9, almost 10 years now.
And the obvious question, you probably get asked this a lot, what's the difference between ice cream and gelati?
So the main difference is that it's milk instead of cream, and the other difference is there's less air whipped inside it, so it's thicker and it's more like old-fashioned ice cream. And the other thing is we try to use a lot of natural ingredients and a lot of local products to have a stronger flavor, a more natural and enjoyable experience, less preservatives. And we also make it ourselves, so it's very fresh, and we don't need to have a shelf life of a year like some other ice creams commercially made do.
And you also have espresso, and you're roasting your own coffee now too.
Yeah, so just recently we started roasting our own coffee, and so we're calling it Stolen Church Coffee Company, and that's named after a historical building and a bit of a legend around a church which was borrowed without permission and moved down to Windermere. And we've had a lot of fun playing around with making our own coffee and serving it here in our store.
When I found out we were coming here, first thing I thought was, I got to try some of this gelati. So let's get the inside scoop, so to speak. What's the best? There's so many flavors here. Which one would you recommend?
Well, there's a lot of good flavors. One of our newer ones that has become our best seller is definitely the salted caramel. So we'll scoop up a little bit of that for you here.
Sounds good.
we'll print it here on one of our waffle cones. We also make the waffle cones right here in the store. And of course, one of the other things we like to do is mix flavors. So we'll do a scoop of another flavor here. And we've got...
I'm getting a double scoop. Sweet.
This is our seasonal flavor for this fall, a pumpkin pie with cinnamon and nutmeg and lots of pumpkin. And there we go.
Cheers. Oh man, that's unreal gelati.
It's gelato is one and gelati is many, but thank you.
Well, you learn something new every day.
James, as co-host of Go Kootenays, I think the best way to end the show is with a fresh latte.
You know what? I could not agree more with you, Gerry. Thanks for co-hosting the show with us today.
Thank you.
Now, if you want more, you can check out our website. You can find us on Facebook, and don't forget to join the conversation on Twitter. I'm your host, James Farnan, co-host, Gerry Taft. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.